If you're a web designer wondering what niches actually have money, or you are tired of guessing who might need a site, this video will probably save you years of trial and error. For over 21 years, I've done deep research, I've worked with real clients, with amazing agencies, and I'm going to show you the best web design niches that are booming right now. Before I give you the list, it's important to understand what actually makes a good niche for web design. Because the truth is, some niches will waste your time, and some other niches can basically skyrocket your career. I hope your attention span is long enough to watch this video all the way through, because otherwise you might lose years going in circles, and you don't want that. So full screen, full attention, let's dive in. Here is a framework I use whenever I evaluate a niche. The first one is very obvious, but a lot of people overlook this one, and is that they need a website, right? So the first sign of a good niche is that they really need a strong online presence. Not just a pretty site, but a well-designed platform that builds trust and supports their sales process. A website doesn't magically bring in leads, right? But for many businesses, it's where potential clients go after discovering them through social media, ads, referrals, or search. And if your design helps make that first impression count by showcasing what they do, clarifying their offer, and guiding the user towards action, you are not just adding artificial bling bling, right? You are adding real business value. And the second one is that they have the budget, right? Because great design means nothing if the potential client can't afford it. A strong niche doesn't just need a website, right? They can actually pay for it. These are businesses or individuals who already invest in their marketing, branding, or content. They value design not as a decoration, but as a serious business tool. And that makes them far more likely to respect your process, pay on time, and potentially come back for more. And I will talk about this more in detail later. And the third one is that they benefit from good design. So the best niches are the ones where your work creates visible results. When your design helps them get more clients, make more money, and grow their brand, they see the value clearly. And that's how organic referrals happen. And you want to work with people who not only see design as valuable, but also recognize how directly impacts their revenue. Now that you understand the framework, let's dive into the list. Before we continue, I wanted to quickly invite you to join the Web Designers Collective. We are right now 1,800 members, and we are growing every day. As you can see here, the demand to join is crazy right now, but we are accepting new members every day. Inside of the community, you will find a bunch of different resources, and you will have guidance as well, because I'm very active in the community and you can communicate with me almost every day. We also host free group coaching calls where you can ask me any questions you may have, and it's totally free to join. So go to webdesignerscollective.com and apply. I will also leave a link in the description. All right, so here on the right hand side, we have all these different niche groups. And what I will do is basically organize them here from best to worst. And before anyone gets defensive about their favorite niche, let me be clear. This list isn't about what's possible, right? Because almost anything is possible if you are exceptional. This is about what's probable. I've worked in this field for over 2 decades now, and I've seen many designers waste years chasing low-budget clients because they didn't know any better. And the goal of this video and this exercise is to help you skip that time-consuming learning curve. And the fact is, you can really make it with any of these niches, but some niches really need more filtering. You will need a stronger edge, so they are not ideal. That's why I always suggest to start with a niche that is proven to value good design and also obviously have money to invest and give you a realistic shot at building momentum. All right, so let's start with the first one, luxury done for you services. And this one goes to best. And these are basically luxury services like bespoke event planners, private chefs, boutique interior designers, and businesses like that. The next one is fashion and luxury e-commerce, and this one goes to best as well. This one includes high-end clothing brands, premium jewelry, and boutique skincare. Now let's select this one, for example, general travel agencies, and this one goes to okay. And these are basically small tour planners and like small travel agencies, not luxury. Now I will select this one, and this one goes to now this one, and this one also goes here, because these people probably have like a lot of followers, some of them, but they don't have a clear strategy, they don't have an offer, so there is a lot of work they have to do before considering a website. The next one I will add is this one, creative agencies, and this one goes to best. And this one includes branding studios, video production agencies, and media firms. Now this one, high trust local services, and this one includes dentists, chiropractors, massage therapists, and spas and so on. Now I will add this one, which is event, venues, and hospitality, and this one goes to okay. And this one includes boutique venues and destination wedding locations. The next one I will add is photographers, and this one goes to worst because these people usually rely on Instagram and social media, and they rarely invest in high ticket websites. The next one is funded SaaS startups, and this one goes to best right here. And this one includes AI, tools, productivity apps, health tech platforms, and all that. Now this one and this one goes to okay. The next one, random local businesses, and this one goes to worst because they usually have very low budgets. Now this one, real estate, very popular, and this one goes to worst. Why? Because real estate agents and real estate firms, they usually rely on templates and real estate platforms, so they don't usually invest in high ticket websites. All right, and I'm not talking about luxury real estate. I'm talking about general real estate. Now this one, small NGOs and nonprofits, and this one goes to worst because usually if funded, they can pay, right? But usually they cut budgets and they are a little bit unpredictable. However, for volunteering, it's an amazing niche. The next one I will add is construction companies, and this one goes to worst because usually they rely on referrals to get work, and also they don't care too much about design, right? They are very budget conservative. Now, luxury real estate developers. And I'm not talking about agents, I'm talking about high end firms. And this one goes to best right here. The next one I will add is lawyers and accountants, especially boutique or premium position firms. And this one goes to okay. The next one I will add is this one, freelancers with premium positioning, and this one includes makeup artists and personal stylists and such. And this one goes to okay. Now, coaches and consultants, and this one is one of the best because they value their online presence very much, and they usually have high profit margins. Now, musicians, DJs, and bands, usually low budget, so they go to worst. Now this one, mid-tier e-commerce businesses, especially the ones doing 10K to 50K per month, but not premium or luxury. And this one goes to okay. Now this one, online education platforms, and this one goes to okay. Usually high budget, but high in complexity as well, and they tend to hire agencies instead of freelancers. Now this one, premium personal brands, one of my favorites, and this one includes authors, speakers, and high-ticket online educators. And this one goes to best. The next one is manufacturing companies, and this one goes to okay. Usually high in budget because they are in the B2B space. However, they tend to not be too emotionally invested in design. Now this one, event promoters and nightlife clients, and this one goes to worst. Usually low pay and also like very unpredictable. Now local cafes and the restaurants, and this one goes to worst. And I'm not talking about luxury cafes and premium restaurants and stuff like that. I'm talking about budget tier. Now this one, fitness instructors and personal trainers, a very popular one, and this one goes to worst. Usually they have like high turn and low budget. So let me place it right here. When I say fitness instructors and personal trainers, I'm talking about the small ones, the local ones. The high ticket ones usually fall into coaches and consultants or even premium personal brands. Here we have a duplicate, and these are basically the same, niche content creators and a niche creator. So this was a little mistake. So I'm going to remove this one. And then this one are basically YouTubers, influencers and podcasters that sell digital products. And this one belongs to okay. Now this one, online health and fitness coaches, and this one will be going to okay. because it's basically the middle ground of fitness instructor and personal trainers that focus on the local market and the high ticket coaches and consultants and premium personal brands. They usually invest in their online presence, but not as much as the high ticket ones. I will actually add here high ticket so it's more clear. Now, this one, wellness and ethical brands, and this one includes faith-based businesses, sustainable companies, and so on. And this one goes to best. Now, this one, luxury experience services, and this one belongs to best. And this one includes private retreats, high-end concierge, bespoke travel curators, luxury boat rentals, and so on. Now that we understand what makes a niche actually worth pursuing, let's talk about the ones that stand out right now. And they are not just trendy, right? They are the result of paying attention to where the money is flowing, where trust really matters, and then where design can make a noticeable difference. All right, so the first one, and one of my favorites, obviously, as I mentioned before, is this one, high ticket coaches and consultants. The main reason for that is because the coaching and consulting space keeps growing, whether it's life coaching, business coaching, or niche consulting. These individuals rely heavily on personal branding and credibility. They don't just need a nice looking site, right? They need one that helps them look established, build authority, and guide potential clients toward booking a call. If you want to stand out in this niche, specialize in funnel building and also strategy, and then mix that with good design and you will be having fun. The next one that I really like is funded SaaS startups. This one. Software and digital tools are everywhere right now, especially with the rise of AI. And most of them need clean, conversion-focused design from day one. They care very much about clarity, performance, and good UX. And that's where us web designers can make a huge impact. The third one that I really like is this one, luxury experience services. This is a niche group that values aesthetics and will often pay for quality without hesitation. These people live off the experience they provide, so their website needs to feel like a natural extension of their brand. It's a great space for designers who care about beautiful, detail-driven work. The next one is wellness and ethical brands, and actually I'm going to write premium for more clarity. So I'm going to move this one here and then premium. Okay. This is one of the most value-aligned high-growth niche groups in recent years. From halal beauty brands to zero-waste e-commerce brands, there is a new wave of founders who care deeply about how their business is presented. So if you're a designer who values meaning, this niche group can be both fulfilling and profitable. They often invest in storytelling, photography, packaging, and everything around their website. All right, so here is the final list. And now I will show you how to select the niche that is best suited for you. Now, let me be real with you. All niches are difficult. If you are out there trying to find the easy niche, you are already wasting your time. Every niche comes with its own challenges, potential clients who hesitate, budgets that vary, industries that evolve. The goal is not to avoid difficulty, right? It's to become excellent within difficulty. That's how you stand out. Stick to one niche, only one niche, and give it enough time to see results. If you are constantly jumping from one niche to another niche, you will never get deep enough to see significant results, to build authority, attract referrals, and understand what really works. Over time, you will start to see if this niche fits you. You can evaluate things like if you actually enjoy working with this type of clients, solving their problems, and understanding their world. If not, you can always pivot. And that's fine, but don't pivot too soon. Stick long enough to really know if it's the niche or the strategy that needs to change. I've put together this quick and effective survey to help you figure out if the niche you are considering is viable or not. It's totally free, you will find the link in the description. There is one last important thing I want to talk about. Choosing a niche doesn't mean that you are locked in forever, right? It just means that you are giving your work a clear direction. You start with one focus, one niche, and then you can expand to related niches later. And don't worry because I will talk about this in detail. As you can see in this diagram that I've prepared, a niche helps you tailor your message, your portfolio, your outreach, so you are not trying to appeal to everyone, which usually means you are resonating with no one. When you start targeting multiple niches, this is what happens. Basically, your energy is scattered and your vision is blurry because now you don't have a clear target, you don't have a clear messaging, and everything is all over the place, right? What you have to do now is to focus, and hopefully this video is that focus lens that helps you find your niche. And then your positioning will be clear and your messaging will be powerful. All right, now when I said that you can expand your focus, this is what I mean. Basically, you start with one niche, in this case, luxury real estate firms, and then let's say you do a good job and they refer you to an architecture studio. And then this architecture studio refers you to an interior design studio. And this interior design studio refers you to this construction company. All these niches are related. So here is an example. And even though this is not related to web design directly, it's still valid, right? So Nike, when they started in the 70s, they basically focused on track athletes and track athletes only. And then once they became successful within this niche, they expanded their focus to basketball, right? And then only after they saw some success, they expanded to other niches. But then all these niches are within the sports niche. So their focus was not too scattered, right? It was all within one big niche. When you start expanding your niche, it's crucial to set clear boundaries. Try to stick to niches that are closely connected to what you already do. If you go too far outside of that, your positioning can lose its strength. And that's what's happening to Nike right now. They started with a very clear focus, right? Performance sports and a little bit of lifestyle on the side. But then when they shifted their attention more toward lifestyle and stuff like that, they started losing what made them strong in the first place. And you can see that in the recent stock performance. Now, I'm not saying that's the only reason, right? But I believe it's one of the main reasons. So, expanding is fine, but only if it helps you stay true to your core focus. Thank you very much for watching, and here I have another video where I talk about why you shouldn't sell web design. Check it out.